Hey, I'm Max King, excited to be part of the Ultra Race of Champions this year. Hopefully this little video gives you a good taste of what ultra running is all about, gives you the demands for our sport.
Hi, my name is Jay DeSherry. I'm a physical therapist, gait researcher, and director of biomechanics here at Rebound Physical Therapy in Bend, Oregon. I'm here today on behalf of UROC and on behalf of Competitor magazine to share with you what's different about the needs of ultra runners versus road runners. The best thing that you can do for your sport is prepare. Much like the athletes have done prior to tomorrow's race, you need to consider what you'll do for your next race. Let's go through the needs of an ultra runner and figure out how you can prepare your body for what lies ahead.
The first concept we're going to talk about is variability. Trail runners seem to report less injuries. So we must ask the question, why? We often hear that the softer surface of a trail transmits less breakdown to the body. While this sounds simple enough, in reality there's a lot more going on. In fact, the loads your body sees on the trail aren't really much lower than what you'd expect to get from the road. Instead of focusing on the amount of load, we should focus on the type of load. Logging on your miles on the road produces a very consistent pattern. Your body only gets good at one thing. Too much of the same thing day in and day out can result in premature breakdown of tissues and injury. Trails, however, are variable. Sometimes your foot may land on soft, loamy dirt, and others it may land on a rock just as hard as concrete. Different surfaces ensure that your loads are distributed differently throughout your body. Instead of becoming a one-dimensional runner, you become a multi-dimensional athlete. Changes in foot placement and body position ensure you develop athletic skills to micro-correct your stride, stay balanced and stable as you grind up the single track. Steep uphill terrain. Roads were designed for cars. While I'm sure there's a hill near your house that's a great workout, it's never going to be as steep as a trail can be. And it's the steepness of terrain that's a game changer for the strategy and pacing of ultramarathons. The reason? Well, let's discuss running on level ground first. Think about a slingshot. If you want to fire off a rock, you have to cock the slingshot back first. Contacting with your foot in front of you loads the rubber band. We're storing this elastic energy to use during the push-off phase. When you're running with good form, this strategy is quite effective. It actually supplies about half the energy you need to run forward. Who doesn't want a little free speed, right? Research shows this elastic recoil works best when you're in contact with the ground for a short, but not too short, amount of time. But with the vertical walls that loom in front of the UROC competitors and in your home trails, running becomes different. Once the pace slows down considerably, you're on the ground too long each stride, and you don't get to tap into that free elastic energy. Your muscles have to step up. What's the take home here? Ultra runners need to be stronger than their counterparts on the road. It's no surprise ultra runners typically have a bit more muscle on their frames. There's a good reason they're hauling around for 100 miles at a stretch. Are you including strength building runs and weight sessions into your yearly training plan? While walking is sometimes more efficient than running up steeper terrain, if you always walk, you'll never build the type of strength you need to run to your potential. Get strong to get fast. Steep downhill terrain. So we have to work to get up the mountain, and we get a free ride down, right? Obviously, it takes a lot more energy to push the piano up the hill than it does to roll it downhill. Fighting gravity is why running uphill is harder. But when rolling the piano downhill, you can't just let it go. You have to control it. Most runners tend to lean backwards and strike down with the foot too far in front of the body. This creates a lot of pounding, muscle damage, and soreness. Watch a good trail runner head down steep terrain, and you'll notice they almost look like they're trotting or pistoning their feet underneath them. Running down steep trail is just like running on ice. If you contact too far in front of you on ice, you're unstable and will likely go down. If you take shorter steps and keep your feet closer to you, it improves your stability and control. Maintain a slight forward lean into the hill and land softly with your feet underneath you to minimize the wear and tear in your muscles and keep you fresh for the rest of the race and your next day of training. To recap, better preparation equals better performance. Variability is a good thing. In fact, it's a really good thing, and likely part of the reason why you enjoy ultra and trail running, and part of the reasons why you're less injured than your road counterparts. Steep uphills demand you produce more force from your muscles. Get strong to get fast. Incorporate regular hill work and strength training into your season. Steep downhills run the wrong way can destroy you. Steep downhills run the right way will ensure you're efficient, safe, and leave you less taxed for the rest of your run. Here's to the competitors at UROC to master the course of the Blue Ridge Mountains. And here's to you to master your local mountains. Thanks for watching.